Hello and a very warm welcome back to day 21 of the Nepal Premier League Season 2. Coming your way this evening, we have a very exciting match. It is the Eliminator between the Kathmandu Gorkhas and the Lumdini Lions. It all comes down to today for these two teams. The only option is to win if they want to take it one step further to being crowned the new champions of the NPL. Now the crowd, it was building nicely, and I've got no doubt there'll be plenty of noise here today again. And every single person in this stadium is desperate to see their team go through to the final, just as desperate as the players are. So as I say, we've got a very exciting match on our hands. Now the road to the final for these players has been a long one, but it's now upon us. Yesterday we saw the Royals and the Kings battle it out, and the Royals have had their one-way ticket to the final. Now the Kings will be playing in the qualifier too. Whoever wins the match today will go and join the Kings, and whoever loses, hence the name, will be eliminated. So it's a must-win match for both teams today, as I say, if they want to take it one step closer to that final. Now my name is Jess Crow. We've got plenty to get through here today before all the action kicks off. But before we do that, let's go and join the two captains out in the middle for the toss.
Good evening, Nepal. We are at Eliminator stage. 3 matches to go in this tournament. I have with me for the Eliminator the Kathmandu Gorkha skipper Karan Casey. Alongside him is Rohit Podal for the Lumdini Lions, our familiar face of Mohammed, the match referee Mohammed Sadiq, and we have Chunke to get us the coin. Chunke will hand over the coin to the match referee, who in turn will give it to Karan Casey, who will flip the coin in this big eliminator.
Tails.
Tail is the call. It's come down ahead.
We are betting.
Karan, you won the toss in this very important game. What have you decided to do?
We are batting first.
And your reasons for that?
I think the wickets are getting a little slow from last few games, so it's sort of difficult to chase around. So we had to put to around 150, 160, then we will.
Karan, it's been a very interesting journey in this tournament. You've played well in phases. You're coming now back-to-back wins. How's the atmosphere in the dugout?
Yeah, as a team, we are doing good, winning first game and losing 2 games and getting back to the winning side. I think that's a great thing for as a team, as a leader. I think everyone is in good shape, putting their 100%, and as a team, we are doing good.
Well, tell us, what kind of a role has the coach Monty Desai played in your campaign?
Yeah, he's a very good human being. He knows how to handle a team. He's experienced, very experienced. So I think he knows how to handle our players, foreign players. So he's very positive all the time. I think he's a great man to have in the team.
Well, any changes in your team for today?
No, we are going with the same team.
Go well, Karan. Rohit, happy to bowl on this pitch?
Yeah, to be honest, we are happy to bowl, especially so far in the tournament. We have been chasing well, and I think as a team, we have been peaked at the right time, and we are looking forward to today's game.
Well, it's very interesting you say peak at the right time. Yeah. We've seen Lumdini Lions coming from the back, and you've won a few games yourself. How's your atmosphere in the dugout?
Absolutely, the team's environment is great, especially the first 4 games didn't go our way, the way which we supposed to play, but the end business end of the league went our way, and the environment of the team is great, and everyone is enjoying each other's company.
Well, I asked Karan Casey the same question. I'm going to ask you, what kind of a role has your coach Tino Johanan played in your campaign so far?
I think so far he has been very good, and especially he's keeping the environment calm and composed and giving a lot of positiveness to all the boys in the dugout. And I think this is very important as a coach to keep the environment calm and composed, and he has done it really well.
Well, what are your changes for today?
We have only one change. In place of Sumit, we have Dinesh.
Go well, Rohit, in this big game.
Thank you.
Well, the news from the center is that the Kathmandu Gorkhas have won the toss. No hesitation in batting first. And now it's time to take a look at this surface for today's eliminator, which HD Ackerman.
Yeah, so we are on pitch number 3. We're back on pitch number 3, which just happens to be the curator's favorite surface. It has had the highest score in the whole competition, was accumulated here on this one. but it's now we're into the fourth week. I just want to highlight how dry these pitches are. If I just stand here in the crease and I do this, you'll be able to see the dirt already forming on my fingers. So this is a very dry surface, and I don't expect a high scoring game at all. I think it's a good toss to win. I think you do want to bat first because of scoreboard pressure in an eliminator. However, I've got a little secret to tell you. The Gorkas have played on this surface twice and they've won both times. I'm not suggesting that the Lumdini Lions are out of it. I think that this is a game that's going to be won by the team that's captained the best. A lot of left-handers, batting-wise, and a lot of left-arm spinners as well. And you want to make sure that you don't have those matchups, particularly with a short boundary, 60 meters away to my left-hand side. So you don't want a left-hander bowling to a left-hander hitting away to that side, 65 meters to the right-hand side. Key batting first here is don't aim too high. Aim around that 140 mark and you may end up with 160 as we saw last night. That's extremely challenging.
There we go. The Gorkas have bat in hand first. Now to my right, I'm joined by Andrew Leonard and Carlos Brathwaite. Guys, let's discuss yesterday's game first. It was a dominant win by the Royals, the first team in the finals. How good was that?
Well, good afternoon, Jess. Good afternoon, Carlos. Good afternoon, everyone. Really only one thing stood out for me, the crowd, and that incredible performance from the Suda Prashim Royals. The noise here last night, Carlos, well, I don't know, you've played in bigger stages than this one, even World Cup finals. It was deafening, and even the likes of Faf du Plessis and Martin Guptill found it difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the atmosphere, but what I loved about how the Royals played, they were very smart, they approached the game in a very balanced manner, and one thing they did yesterday that didn't work out that I was really happy with, sending Dipendra Singh Irie a little bit earlier, shows me how proactive they are. And to win a tournament, you need to be proactive, you need to be positive, and the bowling was amazing. We always talk about them defending totals, and they got enough on the board last night.
Now looking at today's match then, the Gorkas are coming back from 4 convincing consecutive wins, and the Lions are now 3 on the bounce. They've done a complete 360 and very much changed their ways. We've seen a completely different side to the Lions as well, guys. So for that case, how do you see the match shaping up today?
Yeah, they both had really interesting seasons. You would make the Gorkas favourites, I think, because of the fact they won 5 games in the group stages. The Lions won 4, but I think the addition of Dick Wella to the Lions has been a massive, massive add for them. It's taken that pressure off Rohit Powdell, who has felt so much pressure in terms of the run scoring. I think Ruben Trumpelmann's had an excellent year for them as well. So don't rule out the Lions, but the Gorkas, for me, probably the favourites of the team this evening.
Well, I like the Lions. You hear HD say it just now, the better captain team will win. For me, Rohit Powdell is one of the best captains in associate cricket, potentially the world. And you look at his on-field changes, but with the bat as well, he's someone who's also quite measured. If it's not going to be a big chase, and you're thinking 135, 140, 150 at a stretch, you need someone to drop anchor in the middle, which is what Faf tried to do yesterday unsuccessfully. And Rohit Powdell could be that man.
Yeah, just to build on that for 2 seconds, Jess, I don't think that pitch played that under lights yesterday evening. I think the Kings, just in the first 7 balls, they played the occasion rather than the game. They completely panicked. First ball dismissal of Hazlett, and then, well, the run out of Guptill was remarkable, and you stuck in first ball dismissal in the second over, then they were 3 for 3. The game was done.
And speaking wickets then, of course, the Lions are going to bowl first today. In the last 3 wins they've had, they have in fact bowled first. Will they take confidence from that, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And I think they've chased in general pretty well. But all 3 of those wins have come since Dick Wella's come inside. I agree with what you're saying as well. Powdell, he's a formidable, manages to take the weight of pressure upon him. Sharmala, who we're just seeing there, has had an excellent tournament, so is Trumpelmann. They're a much more balanced side, and the good news is JJ Smith hasn't really come to the party yet. If he fires tonight, the Lions could well chase it down.
And as we say, plenty of new additions to the team, so let's take a closer look at how the 2 playing 11s are shaping up.
Yeah, just the one change.
Set up especially batting first. You look at a finals, you look at a knockout, you always add a little 7, 10 runs for the team chasing, and if they can get up to 150, you go and try to get 180, you get skittled out, you go home. If you try to get 140, 150, you're in with a chance.
And now, as the Gorkas are batting first, I mean, we've seen plenty of standout performances from those guys. For example, Ben Charlesworth has seen 197 runs in his 7 innings. How much of an asset has he been to the batting lineup?
Yeah, I think he's played well, Jess, but also more critically, he's done it at a good strike rate. A little bit boomer bust at the top as always. That's what tends to happen when you open the batting. But the wheelhouse, Milan Kumar has not struck at a good rate, and John Simpson has had pressure applied to him because of that. I agree with what you're saying. Get to 150 or so, you're right in the game if you're the Gorkas.
Yeah, I want Ben Charlesworth to play with a better intent. I think he was a little too erratic to begin with. He tried to find it last game. There's somewhere in the middle that is the sweet spot. If he finds it today, he'll win the game for the Gorkas.
Well, we could stand here all day discussing all the strong players in the team, but it's time for the game. Guys, I want to quickly hear your predictions. Who are you backing?
Let the big man start. Who are you going for?
Lions.
I'm going against him. Go on the Gorkas. Let's see what's going to happen.
1 Lions, 1 Gorkas. Let's see what it's going to be. Well, here we are. It's the Eliminator. Whoever wins today goes through to the qualifier 2. So make sure you stay tuned. The players are coming onto the pitch right as we speak, and ball 1 is on its way.
Thank you, Jess, Andrew, and Carlos. Yes, the moment of truth has arrived for both these sides. The writing is on the wall. Go big or go home today. The Kathmandu Gorkas and the Lumdini Lions have played fantastic cricket in the back end of this tournament. Both these sides have been resurgent. Gorkas winning 4 on the bounce, Lumdini Lions winning 3 on the bounce. And that's why it makes this contest all the more intriguing. And helping their cause up front has been this man. He's been amongst runs, and he did get 64 and 55 in their last outing against the Pokhara Avengers, which they went on to win by 13 runs. Ben Charlesworth is a man in form, and he'll want to continue with the same vein of form this evening as well. And giving him company on the other side will be Akash Tripathi. Ideally, he'll have to get that strike rate going much better. He's been very conservative. And take a look at that strike rate of 88. That's a bit of a concern there. He'll have to support Ben Charlesworth in this innings. He's had a couple of starts, but he's not been able to get going with that. Now, what a contest. On paper, two sides looking very, very strong and evenly matched. JJ Smith, he's had a good tournament as well with bat and ball. The Gorkas winning the toss and deciding to bat first in Eliminator. Remember, they'll live to fight another day, and they'll take on the Biratnagar Kings in qualifier 2, whichever team progresses from here. We're all set for ball 1 in the big Eliminator in season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. There it is for the left-handed Charlesworth. 3 on the off inside the circle, saving one with a slip in place, a shot fine, mid-wicket, mid-on, and a deep backward square leg as well in position with a deep third. What a contest. Remember, the first 6 overs will be vital. Just the right time to welcome HT Ackerman as well. HT, very good evening. What a contest.
Yeah, good evening, Mikhail. Looking forward to this one, actually, because I think these two teams sort of timed their run at just the right time, didn't they? 4 on the bounce for the Gorkas, 3 on the bounce for the Lions, whereas other team, they've stumbled a little bit, even those top 2. I'm looking forward to this one. It should be a cracker. Here we go.
Nicely worked away, runs here. A couple to start with. Charlesworth wants the second, does well.
I heard a little bit what Carlos Brathwaite was saying in the little pre-match show there about Ben Charlesworth, and I couldn't agree more, is that he's a powerful striker of the ball, and his run rates look good, his strike rate looks good, but he sometimes gets into this sort of hitting mode where he either defends or he's hitting for a boundary, whereas I think that he can be even better. Like that, that's perfect. Is that every now and again when the ball's not there to hit for a boundary, you've got to try and steal a single, try and rotate that strike. I know we harp on about it and it seems a little bit old school, but that's what separates the good from the great.
Yeah, just giving him the benefit of doubt. Can we also sum it up through a situation saying that he has a partner who's not been able to find the big hits going early in Akash Tripathi? Does that add as extra bit of pressure for the batter at the other end, in this case Ben Charlesworth?
Yeah, it does, but you know, you need to trust your teammates. So you can't just go, well, I've got an opening batter here who's struggling to score, so I'm gonna either swing or miss. That's his job. That's Tripathi's job. If he can't do the job, then they need to move someone else up the order. And you're 100% right. Tripathi and Milan Kumar are striking it in the 80s. I get what you're saying. I remember speaking to the great Lance Klusener, and he was chasing. And he was a great chaser as well, a bit like Virat Kohli. I know they're batting in different positions. But Lance Klusener, in order to help him in a run chase, he would say, well, if we need 70 in, say, 40 balls, I would say to myself, okay, I need 35 in 20. The rest is the other guy. Inevitably, he would end up getting about 45 of those runs, but he needed to try and make that figure just seem manageable, because 70 or maybe 40 sounded a bit much to his brain, if that makes any sort of sense. So in this scenario here, Charlesworth can't take it all on his shoulders. Tripathi has to play his part.
No, I get it down. You've got to break it down into smaller targets. This is not going to help, and this is exactly why maybe Charlesworth sometimes thinks of going big at the other end. You've got to help your partner.
Tripathi has to find a way. He has to find a way. They send in Rashid Khan at 3 normally, and he comes in and he has a ping. It's come off, I think, maybe once in the competition. Then Milan Kumar walks in at number 4, and he's been going at less than 90 strike rate. Leaves so much pressure then on John Simpson walking in at 5.
Gets off the mark and will also keep strike for over number 2. So both the batters have their first runs on the board. It's 4 for no loss after over number 1. The Gorkhas win the toss, decided to bat first in this big eliminator. They go unchanged from the last playing 11 of theirs, which means they're sticking to that winning combination. Look at the number of all-rounders they have, and Bhim Sharkey's T20 Maverick-like innings in that last game would have infused newfound confidence, HT.
He played exceptionally well. He really did play well, and it's nice for them to know that they've got the likes of a Bhim Sharkey sort of in that lower middle order, if you can call it that. Here's a man who's had a good tournament with the ball. Already a player of the match performance, Sher Mulla.
Up, straight into his hands. Akash Tripathi departs. And Sher Mulla continues to strike in his very first over. He's having a dream tournament, a soft dismissal here, and the Gorkhas lost their first wicket.
That dismissal tells me that there's been a conversation held in team meetings that Tripathi needs to score a little bit quicker. And after that first over, just 1 of 4 deliveries, you could almost see the pressure building on Tripathi. It leads to a false stroke. It leads to a soft dismissal. Tripathi goes for 1. The Gorkhas are 4 for 1.
Great scenes if you're a Lumdini Lions supporter. Sunny Patel, he's been the floater in the side as well, a hard-hitting batter. He's played sparingly, a strike rate of 110. Maybe he can give that a facelift today. He's not played many games, came a little later into the tournament, played a couple of games, had a few bursts with the ball, got a couple of wickets. Erasmus' exit has now given him that opportunity to just blend into the playing 11, and what a time to walk out. Sher Malla right on top.
Spin was always going to be a threat on this surface. It's a little bit on the dry side, and it just turned away ever so slightly. And as Tripathi was looking to go up and over extra cover. This decision, I'm reluctant to say it because I'm end up looking foolish like I did with the whole Mark Watt situation. But when a man has a career strike rate of 110 and he's being sent up to the top of the order to get on with it. There you go. Told you I was reluctant to say it, but that's his job. That is his job, not to hang around at all. It's take it on, because this is a risk that is being taken here by the Gorkas.
Yeah, it's the punt they've taken, and so far it has paid off. Long levers. They just went all out at this one. They've tried Rashid Khan at number 3. That's not worked. Today, Sunny Patel comes out. Monty Desai will keep trying new things, irrespective of the situation. This is only the third occasion that he's batting in the tournament, HD.
He's got a nosebleed, though, because he hasn't been this high before. He's been down 7s and 8s.
Smart cricket. He's got a 6, gets a single, retained strike. Successful over here for Malla and the Lumbini Lions. 11 for 1. Just the one change here for the Lumbini Lions. Sumit Maharjan misses out and Dinesh Adhikari comes in, the 21-year-old all-rounder. Yeah, but they have a lot of batting and a lot of left-handers as well, as HD mentioned some time back. Great observation there, HD. It'll be a good matchup when they come out to bat and see how Karan Casey uses his bowlers to them. Ruben Trumpelman, he's had his moments in this competition. Best of 3 for 23. Wrapped on the pads, that's a good shout. And that's been given. Trumpelman strikes in his very first delivery. The Lions are roaring at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. Sunny departs.
Trumpelman's been exceptional with the new ball because he gets it to swing. Pitch is on. Big shout, big shout. It was a long, hard look, time taken, and then the finger was raised. Well, the debate will be whether it worked or not. Patel goes for 7, 11 for 2.
On the back foot, Gorkhas electing to bat first. Milind Kumar has walked out in the third over. The move of sending Sunny Patel may have just backfired, but once again the strike rate, the talking point, 86. They'll need to change that, something that HD has been talking about all through this innings.
Yeah, those are just this season's statistics. And we know that Milind Kumar had an exceptional first edition of the Siddhartha Bank NPL. What about the biggest stage? Can he produce now when it matters most? Well, the arms have stayed down, not a wide. Did it just clip the thigh pad? Anyway, Ruben Trumpelman has been expensive at the back end of an innings, but this is where he's good. where there's a little bit of swing when the ball's new, and he has the ability to get people out. That's his job for the Lions, up front.
He's getting that ball to come into the right-handed batter. That's a good sign, because usually as a right-handed batter, you play for the ball that leaves you at an angle.
Left armers are like absolute gold dust. They really are. The ability to swing it back into the right hand, and then you're worried about your front pad, and you end up staying leg side of the ball, and then the left armer runs it across you, and that's when the outside edge is found. But in T20 cricket, a little bit different, because the outside edge can disappear past the keeper's right hand for 4.
There it is. This is close. Oh dear. What a shout. Just got the impression that Milind Kumar was walking back to the dugout.
The decision is that it's runs. Now then, it's late swing. If he hasn't hit it, if he hasn't, that is right in front. If he has, great decision.
Yeah, Milind Kumar very quick once again to just raise his bat and point it to the umpire there.
Oh my. Oh my. The first indication for me there that Milind Kumar didn't hit that was the fact that he showed the umpire the bat. That's the first indication. He knew he was in trouble. That to me is clattering into middle and leg stump.
Wonderful over. Top delivery. What a start here for Trumpelman. A wicket and 2 runs. Almost had 2 wickets in this over. Great start for the Lions. Gorkhas 13 for 2. Charlesworth has not had much of the strike in the first 3 overs, just those 2 deliveries, and in front of him a lot has fallen apart. This goes to show how much he's been kept off strike. Oh, that almost clipped the top of off. What a delivery, just played all over this one. He's got to be careful when he's playing Malaya. You need to pick them off the surface sometime, this AHT.
He was...
Thumping, start with the front foot, please. Fair delivery, go to side down angle, please. Keep it rolling through, please. Yes, foot is on the ground behind the popping crease, on the ground behind the popping crease.
Come on, boys!
Nice little bit of glove work from Niroshan Dikvela, but no real danger. He wasn't near the pitch of that, was he? No.
Sometimes as an opening batter, do you change your plans, looking at the way things are happening at the other end, HT?
I think you do, and I think Adam Rossington's a great example of someone who did that when all about him were falling. He nudged and he nurdled his way to 40, I think it was, and then got an able partner in Jimmy Neesham all those weeks ago for the Avengers. So a similar situation has to happen here, because if the left-hander Charlesworth swings at something and goes straight up in the air, and now you 3 down inside the power play, not many teams come back from that.
Yeah, we saw what happened last night with the Biratnagar Kings in the chase, 3 for 3, and they never recovered from there.
Statistics do tell that story, don't they? You lose 3, very little chance of winning. You lose 4 and you're done. But we have seen teams win from those positions before, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, what a night for the Sudur Paschim Royals. Wonderful Tuesday night. Qualifier 1 stormed into the big final. Got him! Breaches his defense. Malla on fire. He's in his elements. And yet again he makes an impact. And Milind Kumar has to walk back. Wicket number 3.
Been a real struggle for Milind Kumar this season. We know he's a better player than his performances over the course of this edition of the NPL, but what about this man? He is having a whale of a time and making a massive impact in this late charge by the Lumdini Lions. One of the overseas is done. Milind Kumar goes for 2, it's 14 for 3.
What an innings this man played a couple of days ago. 55 and 23 with 5 fours, 4 sixes against the Pokhara Avengers. Just gave a glimpse of his T20 freakish approach. Different situation, different demand, different ask, and a whole new occasion over here.
Yeah, difficult for these two now to play in the manner that they want to play in.
Terrific over, a wicket and a run. He's just keeping the batters guessing over here. 14 for 3 after 4. For the Sudur Paschim Royals last evening. Trumpleman to continue. Edged, taken, Trumpleman strikes. The move has worked. Edged time and again, you were telling me, give another over to Trumpleman, and he's come back to take a big wicket here. Chalsua departs.
So good with a new ball, Ruben Trumpleman. He's a match winner with a new ball. I've mentioned he's been expensive at the back end. You don't need to save him for the back end. Now's when you put the foot down. You keep striving for wickets, and Trumpleman has a big one in Charlesworth. Simple catch for Dickwella, the Namibian. He's on the charge, and the Lions, rightly so, they are roaring. He stood and watched for some time, Charlesworth. Now it's his turn to depart the scene. He goes for forwards, 14 for 4. Who doesn't believe that captains have an impact on a cricket team? Powder's Powell decides to bowl Trumpelman another one, and he strikes. Now the question will be, does he keep him bowling? Even if he doesn't get a wicket in this over, does he keep on bowling? Because here's the danger man. Here's the match right here, John Simpson.
Yeah, you'd want to go for the kill now that you've got the 4 wickets. Just polish off the top order, dig deep into the tail and just finish them off as early as you can if you're a Lion. Wrapped on the pads. Getting a little excited, but I felt that was a good shout again. HD.
Yeah, this is the danger. This is the danger that the left armer poses, because Simpson thinks the ball's going to swing away from him. So he walks across to try and protect his off stump. But instead, it's the other one. Oh, my goodness me. Wow. There are some close ones here.
Just wonder, had all the decisions gone in favor of the Lions, what would that scoreboard be reading at this stage now? How close was that as well? He had come too far across, the ball pitching around leg and middle. Could see the leg stump as well. Oh, he's charged up, Trumpelman. What a start to his second over.
You can't really blame Charlesworth for this. It might be a little bit full to cut, but it is a T20 game and he is a stroke player and he's seen a little bit of wit, so he's going to go after it. But unfortunately, 3 of his teammates were already back in the hut, so it doesn't look good as Trumpelman strikes. Yeah, that LBW was close. I think because he was so far down the wicket that maybe the umpire thought it was sliding down the leg side. That's the only thing that could have saved him, that he was a long way down.
First sight out of aggression over here. We talk about the surface. We've seen Malla turning the ball. We've seen Trumpelman extracting bounce and movement. Spoke about captains really making an impact on the surface. Rohit Paudel certainly has made some right calls very early. Trying to go big.
Big couple of deliveries here for the Gorkas. One remaining of the Trumpelman over, and normally what has happened is the Lions have hooked him after 2 and then saved him for 2 at the back end. But Miguel, you and I are thinking the last thing that the Lions want to be doing is bowling 20 overs to the Gorkas. They want to be bowling them out here.
Yeah, with you on that, HD. Just want to wrap things up quickly. It's been brilliant this afternoon, should I say this evening. He's found his radar and he's bowling some rippers, Trumpelman. He has figures of 2 for 2 in his 2 overs. We're done with over number 5. Gorkha's in deep trouble, 16 for 4.
The power play, and a young mystery spinner catapulting himself into T20 World Cup contention as he has done throughout the tournament. Shermala has been fantastic. I'm not sure whether it was the right time to experiment, as Monty Desai chose to, with Sonny Patel up at number 3, and the Gorkas are left with it all to do. Remember, they won the toss. They chose to bowl first, to bat first, and the Lions are right now dominant and looking very good to set up a showdown with the Biratnagar Kings tomorrow. John Simpson, as he has been throughout the season, going to be incredibly important. There is still batting to come because of that promotion of Sonny Patel, Rashid Khan, Alam and Karen KC. That's a good shot. Helped round the corner. We'll get 4 as I welcome Carlos Brathwaite for the first time this evening.
down the leg side and dispatched from John Simpson. Important to keep a positive mindset, even though wickets are falling at the other end. Still need to capitalize off the last 4 balls of what's been a measly power play.
One.
Good adjective, that one, Carlos, measly, because it has been a measly return in the power play. If it was only 22, you'd be worried enough, but the fact they're 4 down, mates, big trouble. Great credit to Shermala. He has that point of difference, doesn't he? That little bit of something that might make him unique and might make him the bolter, the one that will catapult themselves into that T20 World Cup squad. Dragged down, Sharkey pounces and pounces for 6. Good stroke, picked up the length nicely. Second boundary of the over.
Served up and hit me, Sharkey did. That's to the bigger side of the boundary, but we're still in the power play. Only 2 fielders out, and they went all the way. That would give us some confidence for when the field goes out, when he can clear the boundary.
Back on the money, but good running, good call from John Simpson. Not quite at capacity yet. We are, in essence, a sellout this evening, but nowhere near the noise we had for the second innings yesterday evening, where the Kings were blown away, blitzed away by the Suter Prashim Royals. The juggernaut from the Far West has rolled into the final already. And whoever's going to come up against them on Saturday, December 13th, is going to have to play very well to deny the men in yellow their first title. No, the call, but it's a good over. The best of the innings, 13 runs come from it, 29 for 4. Look at that fall of wickets there. It's over 90% of the matches that you lose when you lose 3 wickets in the first 6 overs in the power play. Increase that to 4 and all the odds are stacked against you, as it will be a young leg spinner of real talent and quality, the former Nepal under-19 player Tilak Bandari, who'll have a bolt. Look at that economy rate this season, Carlos. No, he hasn't been in the wickets. Under a run a ball for a wrist spinner. Very impressive.
Yeah, shows good control. I'm not sure as he goes up the ranks if they want more in the wickets column. I think if I pick a leg spinner as a coach or a captain, they want him to be impactful in taking wickets. But until those wickets come, it's amazing that his economy rate could be under a run a ball.
Oh, so nearly has a wicket to his name. This can't have missed the leg stump by much, as Sharkey looked to go after it. It was tossed up, just dipped in him a fraction, and it cannot have missed the leg stump by more than, well, a stump's width.
Keeper, bowler, both of them thought they were in the game. Big inside edge, but the Gorkas will be happy. It feels like something's finally starting to go their way.
To the immediate call from Simpson. Sharkey's quick and will get back comfortably. A little bit lackadaisical from JJ Smith. Now, how close was this to the leg stump? This might show us.
Oh, mightily close. He has a very good seam. Tilak, you can see that seam coming down at an angle. Real spotlight on him now.
It's funny, that kind of wickets v economy quandary, if you will, for a young wrist spinner. I'd actually encourage them to bowl as many dot balls as they can, and then the wickets will come as a byproduct of batters attacking you in the T20 game. Here's the power play. 4 wickets fell within it first one, well, not a particularly good shot from Akash Tripathi, who has had a good tournament in terms of output and runs production. And an LBW that needed to pitch in line, and Buddy Pradhan felt as though it did. Really skillful little in-slider, that one from Sharmala, that was too good for Milan Kumar. And then a loose cut away from the body, and Ruben Trumpelman pumped up.
Yeah, I think when you talk about wickets versus economy rate, I think it probably determines or depends on which team you have as well, who's the other bowlers in your attack, what is your role as a spinner. And maybe we will get to the point where spinners are not only wicket takers, but they are used to contain. You think to somebody like Rashid Khan from Afghanistan, Sandeep Lamichhane, a lot more close to home. Teams would then say, we'll shut our shop, we won't give any wickets, we won't take any risks. And that can halt momentum as well.
Oh, he gets very lucky here. Beautifully bowled by Bandari, completely foxes Bim Sharkey. Sharp turn, could have gone anywhere, but he'll pick up a couple. 7 bowled, 35 for 4. Now, Carlos, played in the IPL, you know this format. We know the Royals are in. Who's it going to be that'll join them?
I love the look of the Lions, but I think the Kings top order, unless you have a real breakthrough 2 or 3 early like the Royals did last night, you'd have to think that on pitches that are deteriorating, the teams that have the most firepower would potentially get through, and it may be, just maybe, a Kings-Royals rematch.
Well, Powell's brought himself into the attack, and Simpson rightly sends Sharkey back. Now they'll get the run because of the overthrow. Good awareness from Simpson and a good initial call, and thumbs up from both batters. Can't blame Gautam for throwing this. There was a run-out opportunity, but they do end up with the run.
Good cricket all wrong. You probably just want Rohit Paudel to be on the other side of the stumps. So he's either collecting and dragging it on to create a direct hit, or he's behind the stumps collecting it to stop the single. You'd much prefer him to bowl to John Simpson, albeit an international, but the right arm or spinner to left-hand batter is a good matchup.
I think the field dimensions are important today, because this is as far across the square as we can come in the block of pitches that we've used this season. So the reason Powell's bowling himself from this end, he's got all the protection onto the leg side for the right-hander. Sharkey, who would like the matchup, hitting with the spin, and then for Simpson to go against the spin to the shorter side for his leg side will be difficult. And Powell might just get 1 or 2 overs in. That's why Simpson's happy to hit it into the offside.
The one thing I want to see a little bit more as the NPL grows is just a difference in field. Now, if you look on your left, you see the fielder jogging across the point. So there's 3 on the offside, 1 on the leg side. I'd love to see a man here at mid-wicket just to save that 2.
Great hand. That may well have saved 3, because that was a nice cut shot. Good diving effort. Yeah, I agree with you. It's quite a defensive field, isn't it, for the right-hander? Gautam with that stop.
Yeah, I just feel as if you're forcing the right-hander to hit to the boundary that's 5 meters bigger, can you bowl a little bit straighter, get that man in that short mid-wicket and bowl some dots?
Pedal will think job done with only 5 singles coming from the over. Gorka's rebuilding. 40 for 4. Well, that's the projected scores. I think the Gorkas would like to veer more towards the 150, obviously, than the 120. That 7 or 9 runs per over will get them broadly. But even scraping up to 130, we saw last night, the Kings absolutely routed in the chase. Whatever total they get with the spin bowling options that they have, Shahab Alam in great form. Santosh in the team as well, and of course, Sunny Patel has got the nod over Vasconcelos. And Milan Kumar, he's proved unplayable. We may well get 16 overs of spin in that second innings if the game goes that far. Spinners will be key, particularly if the dew doesn't kick in like it didn't last night, as Abhishek Gautam will come into the attack. And we've got Jess Crow down pitch side for some immediate reaction. Over to you, Jess.
I'm joined by Subhash Kakarel. Subhash, 4 wickets taken by the Lions. Dream start, really.
Yeah, really. 16 for 4 within the power play, and I think the main batters are gone. We need at least one more within 10 overs.
And stepping onto the field in an eliminator match, it's never easy for the team. But what does that preparation look like, and especially from you as assistant coach?
It's it's a do-or-die game for everyone, and we are very positive. The way we are playing the league matches and the last 3 wins have given us a good momentum. Hopefully we carry that win today as well, and we'll go to the next round again.
Of course, and as you rightly say, you're coming back from 3 consecutive wins. Do you take a certain amount of confidence from those wins?
Yes, like the last 3 wins have given us a bit of setback, but after that we sat on we all sat down and then we work on our mistakes, we work on our combinations. That's what worked out in the last 3 matches, and I think that confidence is showing in this field today as well.
And of course, three wins in a row. It seems as if you've done a complete 360 from the 3 losses you had. Was that quite intentional, and what did that process look like?
No, it's like we wanted to win all the games, but like it's a game, and then like one side win, one side lose. But with those 3 losses, we learned a lot. We tried to change different things, and then we're giving a lot of chances to the players whom we all back throughout this last 1 month. So it's like the combination of hard work and the support of the supporting staff, and that's what we're seeing in the ground.
Of course, and now watching this game play out today from the comms box, the team seem hungry on the pitch. What's the mindset been in the dressing room pre-match today?
We want to take the win today, so that's the mindset for everyone, and we are working for that as well. Last maybe 40 days, it's been hard work for everyone, missing the families, missing their work, and different things, so sacrificing so many things. So I think these 2 matches will decide the result, and hopefully we are very positive towards the result.
Of course, and what's the ideal score to restrict the Gorkas to today?
I think looking at the wicket, anything around 130, 140 would be ideal score, and I think we have a good batting lineup. We'll back to our batting lineup, and we'll chase around 140 around.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and best wishes to you and the Lions
today.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Back to comms.
Yeah, thank you, Jess. 2 absolute icons of the game. In Nepal, Shakti Gauchan, the assistant coach, and then you got the consultant coach there, Subhash Kakarel, who, of course, was part of that T20 World Cup squad all the way back in 2014 in Bangladesh. 38 years of age now. Last played for the national team back in Texas in 2022. Armed police force team member, Bagmati as well, living down in Australia now. Great to hear Subhash's thoughts, and I've no doubt he'll be watching on proudly in February. And that's something the Lions have done so well, engaging former internationals, engaging the former generation of Nepali players in their new franchise. Really well run. I've got to tell you about the ground that they've developed down in the Lumdini province as well, Carlos. Beautiful. Dragged down, and is just there to be hit, and hit up into the stands and caught on the rebound. 50 comes up. It's 50 for 4. Well, just a few concerned faces up in the VIP section of the Lumdini's Lions side, because this partnership's building up. We're 36 off 29. And that's going to help. Partnerships broken. And Sharkey is going to be furious with himself. Bit of a giveaway. Rohit Paudel strikes.
Such a soft dismissal. He was so upset with himself. He got down so early, which was good. But Rohit Paudel took all the pace off it. And he just felt he had to catch up with it, and all he could do is steer it into the hands of Nath at short fine leg. He's gone for on the ball 16. He scores 50 for 5.
And it will be time for the expert education strategic timeout. Movers and groovers and all the fun of the fair. It's the Festival of the Himalayas. Carlos, I'll tell you something. There's some movers up in this crowd, aren't they? They certainly know how to dance here in Nepal.
Yeah, everybody moving, shaking, grooving. The music has been good. The vibes have been great.
How would they go in the Caribbean? Would they match up?
We move slightly differently, but good movement nonetheless.
I'm thinking of the Trini Carnival. There's a big one in Antigua now started, isn't there? What's the big party in Barbados each year?
So our carnival is called Crop Over. So it's a celebration of end of crop season, where the slaves would get together, dance, be merry. The first Monday in August is our Kaduman, which is a jump up day, but the whole season itself is called Crop Over.
I reckon a few of these Nepali locals that go pretty well in the Caribbean. Just look like us Irish, we go well in the Caribbean, cut from the same cloth. Rashid Khan has come to the crease, going to hold back Mohammed Adil Alam and Karan KC, the two kind of more aggressive batters. I think they'll try to consolidate probably for the next 5 or 6 overs and go big in the final 5. Sharp turn and offer. Simpson doesn't really know what's happened to him here.
It's one of his shots, so I don't think it'll dissuade him from playing it again, but Rohit Paudel just slowing up the other one every now and again, getting some turn.
Oh, this is close. This is very close. And it's the slow finger of death from Lyndon Hannibal. Paudel, the Lions on fire. He's got 2 in the over.
Be interesting to see the replay. It looks like John Simpson thinks he's outside the half stump. Oh, I think that's stonewalled. I think that's as good as they come from Roy Powdell. Full, straight, and heading home. Just like John Simpson. Gone for 18, 51 for 6.
They're going to continue to hold back Mohamed Adil Alam and Karen Casey. Monty Desai, one of his great trademarks as a coach is flexibility in the batting order. His 2 full national internationals are being held back to numbers 9 and number 10. Big call, particularly as Shahab Alam does not offer anything at all at number 11. Rohit Powdell has 2 in the over. The Lions very much on top. As the slip comes into place, halfway stage, Gorkas have it all to do. 51 for 6.
Half the side back in the dugout, rather more than half the side after 10 overs. For a brief moment, you felt the Gorkhas were offering some resistance and a fight back with a 36-run partnership for the 5th wicket. But then it's all fallen apart. Every bowler has been amongst wickets. Rashid Khan, Santosh Yadav in the middle. What a time to be in the dugout of the Lumbini Lions. He's just spinning a web at the moment. Just the 3 sixes and 1 4. Very good evening, Fazal Khalil.
Very good evening, Mikhail. A very good evening to everyone watching this eliminator. Big game this. The Kathmandu Gorkhas electing to bat, struggling at 51 for 6. But I tell you what, I just don't understand the tactics of the Kathmandu Gorkhas, Mikhail. They have quite a bit of batting to follow. If they don't expose them early, they'll run out of partners. I'm just wondering why Alam is just warming his heels in the dugout, or they're losing wickets. Just take a look at the wicket of Simpson. This is what rattled him really, and then playing that one from the stumps, pitched on leg, turned enough for umpire to just give it out. Umpire Linden there, spot on. The umpiring has been really good.
This turn on the surface, questions being asked, doubts being created in the minds of the batters. She'll have her fingers crossed, but at the moment she can wear a smile because the team is on top, Fazal.
I tell you what, Mikhail, they are 51 for 6, so they have 51 runs on the board. They have 10 overs to go. If they can get to about 130, 135, that's a really good total on this pitch. So they cannot lose heart here, because it's go big or go home today for one of the 2 teams. So when Gorkhas are out there and they have the runs on the board, it's for the Lions to come out there and get them. Just take a look at how much of turn there is on offer here. And the Gorkhas do have a very good bowling lineup. Well, this is what I don't agree with. I don't agree with holding Alam Bat at number 9, Karan Casey at number 10, when they could have just gone up the order. And Rashid there, one of your prime batsmen, you need the support. 11 done. 52 for 6.
Yeah, some familiar faces over there. That's Mr. Sanjeev. To his left, Mrs. Bhavani Rana, the patron of the Lumbini Lions. Quite a star cast here in this Lumbini Lions balcony, and they're very happy. It's got a lot of height on this Rashid Khan. What a catch in the deep. Great judgment there by JJ Smith. Great awareness. Paudel striking, and the Lions continue to roar this evening in the big eliminator.
Well, it's just so disheartening to see the Kathmandu Gorkhas just crumbling. They're just falling like a deck of cards here. And this Rashid has himself to blame. Paudel, very innocuous delivery, looking to put him over long on. Is succeeding in hitting it to JJ Smith. Takes a comfortable catch. He's gone for 2, 52 for 7, and in total disarray.
Mohammad Adil Alam walks out to bat with his team in dire straits. He's hardly bowled in this tournament. He's playing his first NPL. He's been the story and the flavour in the build-up to this, one of the costliest buys. Had a good innings of 48 a couple of nights ago against the Biratnagar Kings. And he walks out at a time when more than half the side is cooling their heels in the dugout. Edged, lucky, streaky, 4 runs. He'll get off the mark. And Rohit Paudel would be asking himself, maybe a slip to a new batter could have helped.
But I'm still asking myself, why is this gentleman come out so late in the piece? He's coming out at number 9. And yes, Rohit Paudel will be asking that question, that he doesn't want to have those edges go a begging, and especially for 4. Now they don't want to give too many runs. That's a big one. It's a really big one. That's gone all the way. And that's the kind of flavor that Alam brings to the middle. 402 sixes for the tournament.
Yeah, the Lumbini Lions will be wary of this man. He can just derail their plans. They've done all the good work, Fazal. That's a Siddhartha Bank maximum as well. They've done well to eke out 7 for 62, but if he gets a quick fire 30-40, he'll just completely dismantle all the good work that they've done with the ball so far.
Well, there it is once again. You can see 9 runs and over from here will take them to that 139. Even if they can get about 130 from here, it would still take some batting by the Lumbini Lions to get those runs. For that to happen, they need to believe in themselves. I just see the belief a little missing here for the Gorkhas. Started losing wickets and just couldn't come back. 62 for 7. You see, it's not easy. Just not easy to bat on a strip like this. Life is difficult for the Gorkhas. 12 done, 63 for 7.
Yeah, the Gorkhas have just not been able to express themselves this evening in the big eliminator. Winning the toss, decided to bat first. Many would have thought that they would come all guns blazing, but it's just been the reverse. Look at the fall of wickets. And that's why when you see Mohammad Adil Alam walking out at number 9, you know there's some problems in that batting department. Yes, they won 4 on the bounce, but it's been that kind of games where they've pulled things out of the dead. Today they're batting first. 11 for 5, yeah, he means business.
Well, they certainly came out thinking they were all guns blazing, but they forgot to load the gun. The Gorkhas have been the team who've really impressed along with the Lumdini Lions. That's in the air. That'll be safe. It just doesn't need to go after every delivery. They still have 8 overs to go. And how good a player is Mohammad Adil Alam? 40 odd, 48 of 25 versus the Biratnagar Kings. He was in total control. It was on a different pitch. Ball coming onto the bat. It was a night game under lights. This is a slightly different scenario, playing on a different pitch. Now the lights have come on. But I think the Kathmandu Gorkhas have made an elementary tactical mistake by just tampering with their batting order, Mikhail.
Yeah, and one thing that Rohit Paudel Fazul will be very, very careful about is not offer pace to Mohammad Adil Alam. He likes pace on the ball, so you'll see a lot of spin. And you see with this kind of approach in the first 6 deliveries of his, anything in the slot, he's going to go after the bowling. So he's going to present a wicket-taking opportunity at the same time.
Well, if he's going to attack, he should be looking to go over long off or extra cover. Not across the turning ball. Don't try and hit him to long on. Don't try to hit him to mid-wicket. That's when you'll top edge it. Try and go down the ground. Better to go over extra cover or long off with the turn.
Wow. He's got height. Fielder circling over him. That's another 6 by Alam. You just get the impression that he's saying, I'm not going to hang around. If I am, it's going to be my way. He's done well so far.
Well, you can see how the intent from Adil Alam is. He's dominating the bowling. The minute he realized that he can go over long off, he's dragged that one short and just rocked back and hit it over long on. And very comfortable 6. He needs to carry on, Alam.
Good comeback. Nicely tossed up.
That's the perfect length. It's a perfect line. You can make out he's a little fidgety, isn't he? 18 undefeated of 9. He's just looking for that shot over long on or long off.
A wild swing once again. Great glove work by Dekwela. Good over. 8 runs coming off it. 71 for 7. 6 bowlers used. And 3 for 22 in his 4 with 15 dots. Sher Malla is once again putting up a match-winning performance, an economy of 5.5. JJ Smith was very good in his first. Trumpleman struck very early in his 2 overs. It's going great for them. He's a good batter. He's had a couple of 20s, Santosh Yadav. He's worked that out beautifully in the deep. 2 runs for the taking.
Well, yes, I'm just impressed by the way Rohit Podal has kept his calm despite the fact that wickets have fallen.
Maybe even a 100-run mark over here, Fazil, the psychological barrier.
I'm not quite sure 100, maybe 120 from here will do well. 8 down, but they have a really good batting lineup. Rohit Podal, he was very confident at the toss, and I somehow got the feeling when I did the toss, Mikhail, that the Gorkhas seemed to be a little bit under pressure, but I saw a very free-minded Rohit Podal. He was just not overawed by the occasion. I felt this gentleman on your screen was slightly overawed by the occasion. But the game now completely with the Lumbini Lions. The double L's are looking to play the Biratnagar Kings in that big qualifier 2 coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, they've come into their own, this Lumbini Lions side, especially as a bowling unit. So many spin options. Abhishesh, you have Tilak Raj Bhandari, Sher Malla.
Nice, finish.
You did mention a few names, Mikhail, but none bigger. There he is, Niroshan Dickwella. Ever since he's come here, the entire Lumbini's team seems to be looking and talking a different language. He's really helped, contributed, a lot of chirp behind the stumps. He's batted really well. He's made sure that the scoreboard keeps ticking. Very busy player, very involved player. Just take a look at him. There he is, arms flailing all the time. He is setting the field. The angles need to get right. There it is once again. So he's made a huge impact on the double L's.
Yeah, great energy in front and behind the stumps. Dickwella.
One.
Podal won't mind these singles and 2s as long as he doesn't give away the boundaries. They've got it by the scruff of the neck, the Kathmandu Gorkhas. They don't want to let them get away now, having done all the hard work for 2/3 of the innings.
Yeah, he's trying hard. Santosh Yadav at the moment. He's trying to find the big boundary, the big gaps. 7 runs coming off over number 15. Kathmandu Gorkhas all over the place. 79 for 8.
So 79 for 8. What's possible here? With 5 to go, and I'm not sure this is what the Gorkhas had planned. The captain's going to keep going. 3 for 17. Rohit Podal. This is the matchup that he would like as well against the left-hander. Man at 45, mid-wicket, backward point, and extra cover. Extra cover nice and tight, doesn't want to give away the single. The threat is Karen Casey at the non-striker's end.
Keeper's asking him to take mid-wicket out and bring a slip in, try to get him to play across. And they could agree with that. There's a man at the top left, short fine leg. Now, if he can get down on one knee and access short fine leg by that number 9, number 10, so be it. I'm happy for you to take that risk. But at 79 for 8, where can I find a slip?
Oh, that's naughty from Darcy Short. It allows Karen Casey on to strike against the off spinner. It's the matchup that he would want. And I think that Short recognises that.
Yeah, it looked like it was you get it. No, you get it. Oh, no, just a bad bat, probably. Some tight hammies knocking around.
And it gets cold out there in the evening. Not an 80 for 8 pitch, but it's proving tricky.
Yeah, I don't think Karan KC wants to go big just yet. But can he tempt him?
He's tempted him, and Casey has got it all.
What do we know? What do we know? The Gorkas would love a few more of these. A massive hit. On a length, on bended knee like Boys to Men, and Hoyt miles back. That is the big side as well.
You just wonder about that little stolen single or giveaway single in the field when Darcy Short should have picked it up. Karen Casey shouldn't be on strike. There's a little bit of gamesmanship going on with Santosh Yadav at the non-striker's end. Yes, he's gesticulating to those two men behind point on the offside, but it's the backing up that Powdell's looking at.
I wonder if he can go slow and wide with one. Karen Casey is just trying to drag. Can he go a little bit slower and wider, get him to top edge?
He's fired that in. 2 is the call. They won't get 2. So Karen Casey will keep the strike. It ends the 16th. It's 87 for 8. Lovely sight here at the TU. What an atmosphere we had yesterday evening for the Kings versus the Royals, where the Royals emerged victorious, but they've turned out again here for the Eliminator. For one of these teams, there is no tomorrow. The Emoto and JQ, the new JQ J5, the real SUV with the best in-segment specs.
Nice bowling, Abhishek.
Bowling with no mid-wicket. Suggests there is a little bit of turn. There is turn and bounce.
I wonder how Karan Casey is breaking this down so far. They're definitely not in the position they want to be. But is he thinking, can he hit 1 6 and over? 4 overs is 24 runs. Gets them past 100 comfortably.
Pushing hard. Now, Carlos, I want you to have a look at this field, because you and I were discussing this the other day when the left-hander's on strike here to the left-arm spinner. They seem to have got one. No, they don't. They have no mid-wicket, but 2 men behind point on the offside. Surely the reverse sweep is the toughest shot to play on this surface now.
Especially from a number 9, number 10 batter. The ball is turning. You bowl the ball straight. Keep the stumps in play. Keep the short mid-wicket in.
Nice, nice, nice.
Right there. That's a dot. And you get to keep the same batter on strike.
It's It's the real simple stroke for the left-hander. His get-out-of-jail shot. If he wants to get off strike, he just knocks it into mid-wicket. Easy single. If he can find the gap between deep mid-wicket and long on, he could possibly get 2 as well. Maybe Rohit Paudil's thinking, I don't mind the left-hander getting 1 because it's tough for the right-hander, but it is Karen KC and he is the boundary hitter. Opportunity. I held on to, he's got a good pair of hands, JJ Smith. That's massive.
Simply had to go around KC, could not continue to block any longer. Had to get on with it. Very slow, beating him for lack of pace. You can see that back foot in the air before he even struck it. JJ Smith, cool as ever. Cool, calm and collected. The Lions are really roaring. 90 for 9.
Well, the Lions supporters are celebrating, but I'll have you know, it's not done yet. Bear in mind, the Royals were bowled out for under 80 last night. These pressurised games, they do funny things to cricket players. 9 down. Now Rohit Paudil says he wants to slip.
Love to see this slipping play. Keeper asking for a short mid-wicket. Doesn't get it.
Bowls that quickly. Fired that in. End of the 17th, 91 for 9. Well, I've quite worked out now why they dance. It's not necessarily because it's cold, or that would be one reason to get up and dance. The other one is the Red Bull New Gen Energy. Refresh your Babal energy. Don't forget to try the new generation Red Bull product that's recently been launched in the market. Pace. Ruben Trumpelman. What an opening smell from the left armour. 2 for 2 and a couple of LBW decisions that could have gone either way. He could so easily have had 3 or 4.
Yeah, been a good performance from him. And this is what you want from your overseas pro. Come in and make a real impact. You know the importance of wickets in the power play. Those sensational figures. All the 2s. 2 for 2 and 2.
I must admit, I was tempted, sitting in the commentary box, I was tempted to say to Rohit Paudil, bowl him another one, because over the course of the competition, he's been exceptional with the new ball and then has gone the distance at the back end. And you know how often we see it, Carlos, where captains, they follow a template in that they know that he bowls 2 at the back. But when you've got a team in trouble, you don't want to bowl 20 overs. You want to try and knock them over.
Yeah, 100%. That's why leadership and the way that someone captains is so interesting, because he might actually think, you know, getting my spinners in is more important than bowling Trumpelman for another. It's hard to argue against a man with 2 wickets for 2 runs and 2 overs, though. But it's worked out. They've got the spin in, they've seen the ball ride. Once it's been slower, the skipper's been successful himself, 3 for 25. He's had a good day out. Shermala started the rut. He's bowled up now 3 for 22, so it has been spin friendly. Trumpleman has been the one pacer to stand out.
So there's a short third who's very, very fine. In fact, he's going even finer now as Trumpleman brings him into a sort of shall we call it a fly slip on the edge of the ring, and short fine leg. So the boundary riders are all in front of the left-hander. Looks for the Yorker, doesn't get it. They're scampering here. Oh, here's trouble. Here's trouble.
Last wicket to fall, big one, Karen KC. Just look at how the back foot comes off the ground. Because he was deceived in the flight, he got there too early, didn't have his balance, couldn't keep his balance. Ball got the bottom of the bat and just went straight up in the air. That's such clever bowling from Abhishesh. Deserved wicket, and it's the finer details. Couple balls go for 6 and all of a sudden you're chasing 120. It's a different ball game. And Abhishesh held his nerve.
Nothing wrong with bowling that delivery. Is there no such thing as a bowler's cartel anymore? Bowler's membership or whatever they used to call it?
Not this, and even if Shahab is a spinner, fast bowlers stick together, not the spinners. I feared for him there.
That'll be a wide on Hutt. Now at the pre-match show, you mentioned that you fancied chasing on here. I mean, I don't know if that's because of your West Indian heritage or if you just felt that the true story wasn't told in last night's game.
Yeah, I don't think the chasing team gave the Jew enough time to form. The Kings were blown away in the first 7 balls. So I just felt as though if we can be really disciplined in the first innings with the ball, as the Lions have been, you then give yourself the chance to not have to score 180 and go hell for leather, but you can actually rotate, strike, get in, and then you know what you're chasing. So yes, as a West Indian, we love to know what we have to chase. That helps. But I also think with the Jew, it may potentially stop the ball from spinning as much and make it an easier batting surface.
Well, that'll be a wide, and you just were privileged enough to get a glimpse of our HP lubricant commentary box. Yeah, I went against you when I did the pitch report. I said I quite fancy having a bat first, but I think that was me speaking as an ex-batter wanting no pressure at all in a run chase.
You'd bat first on water, would you?
Into the 18th, 96 for 9. Monty Desai, who's just in the little break there, he was having some words with Sunny Patel and just out of shot, one of the other spinners for the Gorkas. And it looked as though, I'm presuming, it looked as though he was talking about the right pace to bowl on this pitch. He'll have a plan though, the canny coach. Abhishesh with his final over.
One thing you do know is a Monty Desai team will fight all the way to the end. So I think we understand and appreciate that they're well below par the Gorkas, but they'll fight.
Good run. Good run. Nice intent, but you won't be able to nick another one. Yeah, you would think they'd be well short. You know the Lions will obviously have Darcy Short at the top of the order, who will try and take it on no matter what. He'll try and put a big dent in the run chase as quickly as he can in the power play. I think that the chase is in Rohit Powdell's wheelhouse. He'll enjoy the fact that he can just play at his own pace. Oh, that's needed. Well struck.
Dancing and dashing. Thought he'd been beaten. It was so wide, so slow, but he caught up with it. Slapped it over the sight screen. A few more of those needed.
He did well there because he was beaten, and he almost had to stretch for it, didn't he, as it was a little wide as well, but he got somewhere near the middle of that big bat and it sailed back over the umpire's head. I mean, if it hadn't have turned.
The 6 was even a bad ball. You'd want to tell your spinner, be brave, go slow, go wide, they'll top edge it. On that occasion, Santosh 6 and 2 last couple deliveries, and he's looking to finish with a flurry.
4 for 14 they were, 5 for 50. Take some catching, it'll take some catching. The captain in the deep, and we'll go upstairs. We will go upstairs to see if this is it. Great recovery though, put the catch down. It was a difficult chance, but brilliant recovery from Powdell in the deep.
I think he lost the ball, Abhishesh.
Keep it rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Can I have the opposite angle, please? I want to see the breaking of the wicket, whether the bowler's hand. Okay, keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. Okay, satisfied, satisfied. He broke the wickets with the ball in his hand.
He's not talking right now.
Copy that. Thank you.
It's coming. It's coming. With Zuma, here it is. Here it is, TV umpire.
Okay, so can you zoom it there, please, when the wheels are removing?
It's a zoom one. Can you please tell me exactly?
Show me the other angle also, other angle. out. Repeat, not out.
That's the right decision. That's the right decision. He lost the ball. That's an error. That is an error from Abhishesh.
Go big or take a single, macha. Take a single, na? One more over left.
They're just going to take a single, and that's going to end the 19th. So they've got to the final over, have the Gorkas, 108 for 9. It doesn't look real, does it? Yeah.
Looks like the perfect painting. The colors are blended beautifully. The street lights dotted amongst the mountains. And the game of cricket. It is real life, folks. And we have a real game on our hands. Gorkas, how much can they get up to? Can they get 12? 120 is psychologically a better target than 115, 110. Can they get up to 120? 12 runs needed.
Trumpelman around the wicket. That'll be a wide. Now, talk us through the decision making on why he's bowling around the wicket to the left-hander.
There's 60 meters to the leg side, 65 to the offside. So he's trying to use the angle with the left hand around to push it all the way across outside of off stump, force the left hand batter to hit it into the bigger side.
But how difficult is it for his action? I mean, I couldn't bowl a hoop down a hill, Carlos, so I don't know what it was like, but it appears as though he's losing his action a little bit while striving to get that mark.
Yeah, when I bowled wide Yorkers, I prefer to stay over. So this does make a bigger angle, but you have to go through the hitting zone of the batter. If you come from over, you can stay outside of the hitting zone throughout.
Well, that's a very good description. Trouble here, trouble here. That'll be it. That'll be it. Good bit of fielding by JJ Smith at long off. We'll go upstairs. No, we won't. Given out on the field, and that is the end of the Gorkas innings.
Try to come back for 2. Keep Santosh on strike. Smart from JJ Smith. You just had to try to get back for 2. JJ Smith realizing this, good awareness. And on the bounce to the keeper, well out. Good cricket all around.
So it's 111. That's what the Gorkas have ended up with. I think the tail wagged a little bit because at 5 for 50 with all the big guns gone, particularly John Simpson, you thought, well, how on earth are they going to get to 100? But somehow they've managed to get to 111. Santosh 23 off 17 and Alam 18 off 11. Right near the back end. These are the men that have propelled
Here we are, Nepal Premier League Eliminator time, all on the line for these two sides. And the Kathmandu Gorkhas, having won the toss and chosen to bat first, have not had it their way at all in this crucial showdown. Exactly a Nelson on the board, 111 they made, and thanks to Shermala's excellence yet again. 3 for 22 for him. He's having such a good season, isn't he? That one was the marginal LBW that went Trumpelman's way. Sonny Patel promoted up the order, didn't work. Milan Kumar's struggles with the bat continue. And a big role to play with the ball. There was a cut shot attempted by Charlesworth. Given, and then a big moment. Bim Sharkey just got himself in a tangle. And Dilip Nath took the catch. LBW decision. Definitely the slow finger of death from Lyndon Hannibal. And then Rashid Khan, who only made 2 off 9, tried to clear JJ Smith, but Smith was very good in the deep. Mohamed Adil Alam came and went quickly. After hitting a couple of boundaries, he slogged across the line on one. And then Karen Casey, could he have held on 2 more balls, because it was the end of Abhishesh Gautam's spell, where he gave him, the left armer, his 1 wicket. Again, maybe it would have been better to take the dot ball of the single, but JJ Smith completed a wonderful innings in the field from him. A couple of catches and that run out to round it all out for 111. 3 wickets apiece for Shermala and Rohit Paudel, and then Ruben Trumpelman continued his brilliant season with 2 for. So the target to head into that must-win game tomorrow evening to take on the Biratnagar Kings. It'll be 112. It's all in Rohit Paudel's team's hands. Can they get it done? So the umpires have had their drink, had their break, and they're ready to go. But it's all about you guys up here. The fans have been phenomenal. Some Nepal jerseys, plenty of red for the Lions, some dance moves, some fantastic colour. You are the USP of this league, every one of you. And we've loved having you here at this redeveloped TU International Cricket Ground. And I think there's a few more Lions fans than there are Gorkhas fans, despite it being their hometown game. And we're loving the men, the women, the boys and girls, young and old, who are making this Festival of the Himalayas what it is. Andrew Leonard here alongside Fazil, what have you got for me, my man? Is there any chance that they can defend this, or is it only going one way? Surely Darcy Short and co are going to get this done.
Well, the only chance that the Kathmandu Gorkhas have is if they can believe that they can win. I didn't see the belief there when they lost a couple of wickets early. They were in complete disarray. Their batting lineup was changed for some inexplicable reason. They didn't stick to the normal batting lineup that they had. Dinesh Adhikari, the new man, comes in straight up and into the deep end. It all depends on how their spinners bowl. See, starting with the new ball is Karan Casey. And if he doesn't go for too many, then he's fine. Or else you need to bowl your spinners as early as possible. 7 matches, 7th match, 12 wickets for him. 7.29, 4 for 30. He's got all the numbers to support him, but I'm not sure that he has the pitch to support his kind of bowling. But one never knows. It is the big eliminator. They do have to score those 112 runs. And Karan Casey and his boys have their job cut out. A slip in place. He needs to go for wickets. Don't give the singles and try and pick up wickets early in the piece.
There's a slip in place, as you say. Just wonder, would pace off have been the better way to start. But Casey's at an excellent tournament. Can he lead from the front to Darcy Short? Chance put down. Would have been the perfect start. Darcy Short maybe taking tips from the English batters down in Brisbane, offering up a caught and bowl chance. Not easy, but this would have been the dream start.
I don't think the English batsmen are really the flavor of the season at the moment. There it is, umpire just taking evasive action as well. Budi Pradhan, lucky he was not cleaned up.
Beautiful shot, really nicely played. Should pick up a couple here as Adhikari comes in and out. New opening partner for Darcy Short. To defend a low total like this, moments like that, they've got to stick.
Well, I don't agree with this at all, Andrew. Karan Casey with pace on is meat and drink for Darcy Short. He likes the ball coming on to the bat. He likes a dug-in shot. I'm not sure that this is the best move by the skipper. You need the spinners on early. You need to pick up wickets early.
And that's not where you bowl. Clipped away, all the way for 6. Couldn't agree more. Pace has to be off the ball. And too easy meat and drink for Darcy Short. The Lions start brightly.
Well, can't get easier than this. Christmas coming early for Darcy Short. It was in the slot, just helping it on its way, just walking in it really. Huge hit this. He'll be feeling $1 million right now. Lumdini Lions off to a flyer considering that they need only 112.
I know Trumpelman bowled really well yet again, but you look at all the threat that was posed in the first innings, it was by the spinners. I know KC's the spearhead, the linchpin of the attack. As this goes up, it should fall safely. They're clearly going to take the pace on and take it on in a big way. Darcy Short loves pace on. And already 10 from the first 4 balls.
You know, this is another thing that the Gorkhas think tank has gone wrong with. Darcy Short would have been expecting Karan Casey to come on, and they should have done exactly what Darcy Short would not be thinking about. He would have not wanted to play the spinner. So you bring on the spinner early and don't give pace to someone with the caliber of Darcy Short.
He particularly wouldn't have wanted to face Milind Kumar. Slower ball, the pace comes off from the seamer. There's been some strange options from the Gorkhas tonight. The change in the batting order in particular perplexed, I think, all of us in the commentary team.
Well, certainly, I mean, you don't change a winning combination. You don't change a winning batting lineup. They won 4 on the bounce. Why would you want to tamper with the batting lineup is inexplicable. And then they continue with Karan Casey opening the bowling. They've already got 10 runs. So 10% of the runs have already been scored in the first over.
Excellent start from Darcy Short. Doesn't just get 11 runs, but he also keeps the strike. It's 11 for none. A very strong looking batting lineup, isn't it? All the way down to Sharmala, very capable at number 9. The depth of Smith and Trumpelman at 7 and 8.
And if they come down to Sharmala, I can guarantee they're going to lose this game. They need to finish it till about Dickwella. And Dickwella has been the real, the fortune changer for the Lumdini Lions. Milind Kumar has bowled so well, 3 for 15, 6.13. He needs to pick up wickets now. I'm surprised there's no slip in place.
Casey.
Yeah, he's had an excellent tournament. Really, really good. With the ball, Milind Kumar, that is. Struggled with the bats. And you sense that they need Darcy Short maybe simply as early as this over. Got to find a breakthrough, got to find inroads.
Well, that's not going to get him out. He needs to pitch it up, let the ball turn a little, invite him to go down the ground, invite him to go over mid-wicket. That's when you're going to get him out. Bowling short, you're playing into his hands.
Yeah, here's an opportunity for Dinesh Adhikari. Second game of the season. Did play last year, was retained by the Lions. Powerful, strong man. from the Karnali province. More of a bowling all-rounder, known for his big hits, and I think he's been brought in to pinch hit. So it's going to be fascinating to see if he sticks with that role. Is he going to have a go here?
Well, if he's sent out to have a go, he should have a go. Don't waste time out there. If you're out there in the middle, go for it.
He does, and he's going to get 4. Half a dive from Charlesworth, bit of width on offer. Everything going the Lions' way right now.
Well, nothing seems to be going right for the Gorkhas because they're not letting things happen. They're not making things happen. They're just on their heels, waiting for things to happen. You've got to get them out. They're not going to get out.
Well, Darcy Short was not ready for that ball to be bowled. I don't think I've seen that before. Have a look at this. Darcy Short, look at him. He's doing his back grip.
But to be fair to the bowler, the non-striker has to be ready when the batsman's ready. So when the batsman's ready, the bowler has every right to bowl. So I guess Darcy Short was the one who was caught napping.
Little arm ball, well bowled. 5 from the over, 16 for none. Well, they've got the winning feeling at the right time. 3 on the bounce, all chases. They're looking to make it 4 from 4. So the 2 times that they were asked to bat first, they lost. But 4 of the 5 times that they chased, they've won. They're looking to make that 5 from 6. They look very comfortable, very calm, very confident and relaxed. And the captain, Rohit Powdell, has been in the absolute thick of it as always, as is this man, Nirishan Dickwella. Change of bowling. Here comes Sunny Patel. Oh, very friendly start, and Darcy Short misses out.
We talk so much about Monty Desai and the way he does things for the Gurkhas. But spare a thought for Tino Johanan. There he is, third from the right of your screen. Just very understated, quietly going about his job. And I think Lumdini Lions are one team, Andrew, who have really been a revelation in this tournament. They've really crept back from very tough times.
Yeah, I think particularly if you think of the fact that they only won the 1 game last season. Well led by Rohit Powdell, well coached by Tino Johanan. Certainly in the mix of, well, possibly being maybe 40 minutes of good cricket. That one's going to miss the leg stump, and 1 game away from the grand final. Just need to hold their nerve here. They hold every single ace in this chase. Just play good cricket, don't do anything crazy, and they'll get home comfortably.
I just get the sense that Lumdini Lions are also nervous, isn't it? There's a lot of nervous energy around them. There it is, straight to the man, gone. First wicket down for the Lumdini Lions. And that man sent out. First outing for him is not productive at all. Lumdini Lions lose their first wicket.
We're just talking about playing sensible cricket. You need less than a run of ball, and you try to play, well, a showtime shot, hitting on the up to get it up and over the head of mid-off. You don't even get close, and Sunny Patel strikes. There's just the smallest window into the game for the Gorkhas. Adhikari's experiment at the top ends with him going for 4. 17 for 1. Big cheer. Probably the two biggest cheers we hear, or maybe three with player announcements. It's Dipender Singh Ria throw at Powell, and then Karen KC this evening too.
Yes, Sonny. Yes, Sonny. No pressure on this end, Sonny boy.
Oh, Googly well bowled, and I think this was picked late. If that hits the front pad, that would have been close.
Well, he didn't pick it at all. He was just very lucky here, Rohit Podal. Take a look at that. He played for the leg break, came in, took the inside edge of the bat. Very lucky. That's the reason why you need a slip in place. You need to show that they are aggressive. They want to win. 3 done, 18 for 1.
Now, I'm sorry, there is not another league in the world you would see this. We know Monty Desai's preference for coaching. He likes to put on the subs bib and have a walk around. And I'm not sure whether he wants that security from the Lumdini Lions. It all seems to be in good heart and in good jest, but the two Lions mascots going with them. Extraordinary scenes.
Well, it's all happening here in the NPL, isn't it? I mean, he's happy there, Monty Desai, playing to the galleries. Yeah, he's a nice guy, Monty. He's been Nepal's coach. He's enjoying himself out there. Need that little bit to add to the spice of the tournament, isn't it, Andrew?
Well, it just shows me again, the Gorkas have to get a mascot. Come on, can't be relying on Monty Desai to coach and mascots. We spoke about them maybe going with a Lake for season 3. Come on, Monty can't do it all. We got to get that mascot race going next year.
Well, you're still going behind him as they scamper for the single. Monty is scampering on the boundary lines. And the two Lions mascots ushering him around the ground. There they are.
Toughest looking security I've ever seen. Bouncer 1, bouncer 2. Good from short. Don't need to go at it in the way Adhikari did. Build a partnership. You've got the quality of Rohit Powell. Look at all the batting to come. Jura plays for the national team. Dikwella, all the brilliance of the Sri Lankan. Dilip Nath's quietly had quite a good season himself. JJ Smith, Trumpelman. Don't need to chase this in 12 or 13 overs. Play good cricket, you'll win the game. They'll be within a match of the grand final. 21 for 1.
And you'd want to believe with Darcy Short and Rohit Paudel in the middle, it's fire and ice there. The cool factor is the captain. And Darcy will try to find the gaps and the big hits along the way. And this partnership is so crucial. Everything in control if you're the Lumbini Lions. You don't want any spice in this chase. You just want to keep it straightforward and simple. Great evening, great settings, and a great gentleman alongside me, HT Ackerman.
I just think, Mikel, that Darcy Short hasn't faced enough deliveries inside the power play. He's just faced 13 of a possible 31 balls that have been bowled already. And he was always the man that's going to walk in and be aggressive inside that power play. But he's been starved of the strike, hasn't he? Is that Dinesh 4 or 5 now, Rohit 3 from 14.
It was in the offing. You could sense the pressure of the dot balls was just about building. He had to find that release shot, Rohit Paudel. Good time to get one.
Calculated risk. Inside the power play, just 2 allowed outside that 30-yard circle. So mid-on was up. A risk worth taking. Yeah, nicely played. That's better. That's what you want as a batting partnership. You don't want to stand at the non-striker's end for too long. Keep chopping and changing, particularly left-hand, right-hand combinations.
Becomes very easy for a left-handed batter when the mystery spinner turns into an off-spinner on that occasion, HT.
Yeah, and also for Milan Kumar, he's bowling to the left-hander with no mid-wicket. So if you get your length wrong, if you're a little bit on the short side, he can just nudge you away. End of the 6th, 29 for 1.
Yeah, the power play has been a very sedate one and fairly understandable when you know you're chasing only 1-1-2. That's the magical figure the boys are in pursuit of, the Lumbini Lions. Shah Alam, what an outing in the last game, a hat-trick, the best ever figures in NPL history, 6 for 25. He came back into form. They wouldn't mind another 6 tonight as well, HT.
They might need another 6, to be honest. Because the required rate is under 6 to the over, so you rightly point out no risks need to be taken. But boundaries are harder to come by now outside the power play because of the boundary riders that are allowed outside that 30-yard circle.
Yeah, you made a good point of Shot facing only 14 deliveries in the first 36 deliveries, which meant that he was not having much of strike early on. Otherwise, he would have been in cruise control mode. Yeah, but I just look at it, the more I see Shot in the middle, the more happy I am. Not that facing more deliveries would have meant his stay would have been short. But the fact that he's still there, he's still around, building a partnership, I just feel I'm good sitting in the dugout of the Lumbini Lions at the moment. That's a great sight, the Omora and Jeko. The new Jeko J5, the real SUV with best in-segment specifications. Wonderful drive, noiseless, features are brilliant, great battery life, lovely alloy tires. I've practically sold it this evening.
So what you're suggesting, if you're sitting in the dugout with the Lumbini Lions and you see Darcy Short under the middle, you're obviously happy. So are you saying that you don't trust yourself as a batter in the Lumbini Lions side?
I didn't place myself as a batter in the first place, HT. Maybe as a fan, but the sight of having Darcy Short in the middle alongside Rohit Paudel just makes me believe that The chase is very much in control and in their grasp as well. It could be completely wrong in the assessment over here.
No, you could be 100% right if they bat through the innings. But if one of them get out batting in this manner, all of a sudden you might see a little bit of pressure. We know that Dikvel is still to come. And I'll tell you right now, Nirishan Dikvela ain't going to just nudge and nurdle it. He's going to sweep and reverse sweep. He's going to be aggressive. I think in an ideal world, what the Lions would have wanted in an ideal world was for Short to take it on inside the power play and give them a start. He hasn't had enough balls to be able to give him that, so now he's just geared down, which is nice to see. It should be a canter, but in eliminators, you just never know.
Yeah, this is what I like to see from Darcy Short. Just construct, compile, pace, build, and just turn it around every now and then with the strike. 5 runs off this over, 7 gone, 34 for 1. Yeah, there she is, Mrs. Bhavani Rana, the patron of the Lumbini Lions. Mr. Sanjeev to her left. There he is with the last evening, HD. A wonderful evening with a wonderful family.
Yeah, very hospitable family. It was a lovely evening. Thank you for the invitation and thank you to them for their hospitality. Now this is when I get the shakes because I'm not so good with heights, Mikkel, and yeah, I get a bit nervy when I'm with that drone shot. It's pretty, but I have to look away.
I thought that was just the first floor from where we are giving a comms, HD. Rashid Khan, Beam Sharkey, everyone being tried. Rashid will still have to come and bowl at some point, but you're seeing some off-spin here for the left-handed batter. I did see Beam Sharkey earlier in the day just rolling his arms in the drill sessions.
Yeah, I think they'll try and bowl as much spin as they possibly can. Curran Casey bowled just the 1 over for 11, and I think even he realised then that pace on is not the answer on this pitch.
Maybe some more air from Beam Sharkey will create a contest, and if I was Darcy Short seeing Curran Casey in that first over, I was a happy man, HD.
It's just sliding. See, this is the area of the ground that I think that they can protect a little bit better. I think if you want to win the game, you need to get Short out. Now, maybe encourage him to take on against the spin of Sharkey instead of allowing him to just knock it in that vacant area at mid-wicket.
I've seen Rohit Paudel back himself. Yeah, there it is. Just as you sense, he'll fancy his chances against the off-spinner. Rohit Paudel has gone straight long, and that's out of here. What a hit.
Well, this is the matchup. This is the matchup that they want, the Lions. The Lions want the right-hander facing the off-spinner. It was the arm ball from Sharkey, but it was over-pitched. Great shot. Real good shot from the skipper. The matchup is Short versus the left-arm spin or the leg spin, and the right-hander to face the off-spin. Hence the reason why I think Curran Casey needs the mid-wicket saving one when Short is on strike. Don't allow him to get off strike and give it to Rohit Paudel.
And you can sense these two batters are playing to a plan. They have it all chopped out neat and clear. Single now. Smart cricket. Smiling after he hit that 6. He'll be smiling even more after the single. He's a run machine, Rohit Paudel. 500 runs here in his NPL career, and the most by a captain in NPL.
Very nice spin, very nice spin.
They've got 8 runs. They don't need to do anything silly now. Yeah, there it is. You just feel the template is very clear. The blueprint is laid out, and the chase is methodically being done. 8 done, 43 for 1. Well, a great chance for all the fans to win a Midea air conditioner, because the most energetic fan will win a brand new AC at the coolest fan of the day. Great endeavor here by Midea air conditioners. Every day during the presentation we see a lucky fan. Sometimes it's good being a fan as well, HT.
Absolutely, especially here where there are plenty of giveaways. Takludai needed a heater last night. His room was a bit chilly, so the aircon wouldn't have been helpful.
You have the Happy Dent hampers as well, the goodies coming along. So much that a fan can gain coming to watch the NPL. Don't sit at home, come to the ground and make the most of it. Shab Alam, quite fast over. Down the leg side. All right, time to head across to the sidelines. Whom do you have alongside you, Jeskro?
Well, I'm joined here by Tinu Johanna. Tinu, a dream start for the Lions, really, with ball in hand. What have you made of their performance now with the bat?
With the bat, I think, game is in our hand. We just have to finish it. I think it's gone as per plan. Hopefully, we can finish it as soon as possible. With a set batsman in there, it will be easier. Yeah.
And walking out chasing 1-1-2, then there is always the possibility that it's a bit of a difficult wicket to bat on. What confidence were you trying to instill in the batters before walking out there today?
I think whoever is set, whoever is in, see through the innings, find bowler who can take score off and see who's bowling well. All simple things. They're all experienced enough to do that.
Of course, and now coming into a must-win eliminator match then. What were the team talks before the match today?
I think we've been playing good cricket, especially the last 3 games, getting through 3 wins. But, still we're not peaked as a team. It's a good time to peak. Still not brought our best cricket into the game. Just saying that, if you play the best cricket, then, we have chances to win.
And let's touch more on those 3 consecutive wins then. What was the sort of the mindset change in the team?
I think it's just about the atmosphere, everyone getting together and finding solutions to where we can get better. And a lot of senior players, a lot of international experience in the dressing room. So everyone chipped in where we can improve. And we always had the chances on the last 3 games that we lost to. It's just that winning those moments. So I think credit has to go to the boys, the way they responded well off and on the field.
So, well, thank you very much and best of luck to you and the Lions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Tinu Johannan, former India cricketer, played in the 2000s, a pacer from the MRF Pace Academy, trained under Dennis Lilly and T.A. Shaker as well. He's played all over this one, Rohit Paudel. He's given it away and he's cross with himself. He had everything in his control, but Alam strikes just when the Gorkhas were looking down.
Well, he's looking at the short boundary, the 60-meter boundary, but the problem is it's against the ball spinning away from him. That's not the matchup, Rohit, and you know it. Is there a little glimmer here for the Gorkhas as the skipper of the Lions goes for 18. It's 46 for 2.
Kathmandu Gorkhas have found an opening. Can they run through this batting lineup? What a stage in the game. Sandeep Johra, he's batted in every position in this tournament. Good strike rate, 121, but his best of 28. He's not got going. He's been one of the best batters in recent times for Nepal.
What we need to start seeing now as this tournament draws to a close is one or two of the Nepali batters standing up now and being counted. They've done it with the ball, but no one's really doing it with the bat. Paudel had an opportunity there to take his team over the line, and he's chosen the incorrect bowler to take on. Now the leg spinner, Sunny Patel. Now this will be an interesting battle here, because if he doesn't bowl the wrong one and he spins it back into Darcy Short, Short will look to take the short boundary.
He's given that a whack. Straight to the fielder. Shah Alam does the fielding.
That's a miss hit. Patel's got away with that.
65 and 65. Look at that, sitting up nicely, got the toe end of the bat, very lucky. It didn't carry to the fielder, Shah Alam there. It could have so easily been one bringing two. .65 and 65, you don't want to crawl to this target.
Yes, Sunny.
A lot of changes in the field.
And
Yeah, got to show some desperation. That will serve as inspiration to the others in the middle.
very nice, Sunny. Real nice, Sunny.
Good bit of fielding. Just having a look back at that Rohit Paudel innings, and I'm looking at 18 of 25, and I know that you've been sort of quite very understanding of strike rates and game situations, but there's a World Cup just around the corner and Nepal are in it. 18 of 25, he had 2 sixes. He had 2 sixes. That means he's got 6 of 23. You're not upsetting any of the big nations unless you can improve that.
Yeah, you make a fair point there, SD. I'm just looking at it situational. In this chase where you're chasing 1-1-2, do you have the liberty to consume that extra delivery?
I think you're ensuring that you get invited back here next year.
HD, I'm just trying to get into the mind of Rohit Paudel here. No invitations. But yeah, just looking at the way things were panning out. Great friend. Great colleague and a great man, HD Ackerman. Got to be very careful when you choose your words when HD is sitting alongside you.
Hey, yes, Sunny. Yes, Sunny. Ready, Sunny. Ready, Sunny. Ready, Sunny boy. Hey, all Sunny.
Brilliant over. 3 runs at the halfway stage now. This game is certainly looking in the balance. Want to believe the Lions still on top. With a tap on the watch, we are also heading into our expert education strategic timeout. It's 49 for 2.
Eliminator time, tension in the crowd, maybe a little bit of nervous energy, and oh dear. Carlos, over to you, my friend.
Takludai, fan favourite. Embrace the bald.
The only thing I will say is firstly Dandavad, but secondly, bald is beautiful. You need to get down there. I want to see that on your shoulders.
We need to do that just after the studio bit. It's way too cold for me to be lifting you in the air now.
Really trying in the gym. I wish I was trying to be that light, the way in which they were lifted. As always, Nepal, you're simply the most beautiful place I know, and the most special place I've ever had the fortune to travel. And I know for a fact from talking to Carlos that you will be back as well, won't you? It's a gorgeous place, Kathmandu, and the people. We've loved every second of this second season.
Yeah, been amazing so far. The cricket has been good as well. Oftentimes it can feel like destination cricket. The beautiful mountains, the backdrops. But then when you look at the cricket on the field, it's been inspiring, it's been impressive. There's a lot to love about not only Nepal as a place, but Nepal cricket where it is now and where it's going.
Big call this one. In comes young Santosh. Immediately driven away. How tight was the cover fielder? And Kumar, oh, it's going to be 4. He didn't know where the ball was. He could have ended up saving 2 here, but he got himself in a tangle, and it's a crucial boundary for Jorah.
Good start, positive. After the timeout, extra cover really tight. Try to cut the angle, save the single. We just meant that once you got past him, then a nice little backspin onto the foot.
I don't think he had any idea where the ball was at all. I'm all for aggressive cricket, I'm all for forceful cricket. I know you need to take wickets if you're the Gorkhas, but wait, just keep your eye here on Sunny Patel. See how close he gets, because he walks in another 5 yards. He's so tight in there. And also, I think that's probably the most important fielding position in the ring. And with respect to Sunny Patel, he's not the best fielder out there.
I think that's the problem. I don't mind cutting the angles, because when you look up as a batter and you look and see extra cover so tight, you almost now feel as though you have to hit the ball a little bit harder, go a little bit squarer to get a single, and that could open up between bat and pad. So it can create a chance. But it will probably create a chance from a Roy Podell or Dipinder Singh Airi, who's already low to the ground, low center of gravity, and can react quickly to get down and dive and save some runs.
This is the matchup for Darcy Short. Is he going to go after it? Oh, good hand, excellent hand from Charlesworth. Saves 3. Every run is going to count here if the Gorkhas are going to get this close. And that was a big moment. Very well fielded.
I love that he didn't give up on it. Off the bat, it looked like it pierced the gap perfectly, and he just stretched out. Dive like a goalkeeper would with the opposite hand.
Better length, allowing the ball to turn. Makes it 6 from the over. It's about what they need. 55 for 2. Some nervy faces up with our main sponsor, Siddhartha Bank. That's the corporate box up there. I was up there with Mikael yesterday. Really good view you get. Now, this is an interesting call. I'm not sure it's the one we expected. I know he's had a good season, 7 wickets, but the economy has been high. Rashid Khan putting pace back onto the ball. Surely this is going to create run-scoring opportunities for two men who are now set at the crease, Darcy Short and Sandeep Jura.
I'm not sure if I want pace on the ball, one, but more importantly, pace on the ball with Darcy Short hitting to the short side of the leg side. I just wonder if the pace will be better served bowling from the other end. It will be attempt on a teaser. We're going for broke. We're trying to break this partnership.
Just want to talk a little bit about the domestic batters, Carlos. Doing a bit of research this morning or this afternoon before the game. There's been 33 batters to make more than 100 runs this season. Only 15 of those are from Nepal. Of those, only 2 are averaging more than 30. That's Binod Bandari and Arif Sheikh. And of those, only 2 are striking at a strike rate in excess of 140. That's Gulshan Jan, Dipender Singh Airi. There's only been 2 batters who've made 250s or more from Nepal this season, Bandari and Kushal Bertel. And across the 2 seasons now, we're yet to see a century from a domestic batter. And if you go further and you talk about power hitting sixes, of the top 12 six-hitters in the tournament, only 2 are from Nepal. Lokesh Bam with 13, Kushal Bertel with 11. And of the top 20 individual innings this year, only 5 belong to Nepali batters, and one of them came on the second day of the tournament, the highest, which was Lokesh Bam's 72. Why are the domestic batters struggling so much, in contrast in particular to the success that the domestic bowlers are really having?
I'll tell you what's funny about that, as I was listening to you call out the stats, which is very good research, by the way. That's probably why Nepal are doing so well. You read out different players at different times doing different things, and I think that is why the batting unit of the international team is doing so well. However, you want to ensure that the group below, the local players below, are fighting the way to get into that top group, putting some pressure on the guys that are already there. And I think that is where this tournament can highlight it. It gives Stuart Law a little bit of work to do moving forward to India. And we spoke about academies one of the previous days. This is where the academy comes in. Can you have a look at a player day in, day out? For me, one big thing is options. All the best batters in the world have multiple options to potentially the same delivery. We're looking at the most runs there: Binod Bandari, Rohit Podal, Bashir Ahmad. How can you get a couple more? How can you have half of that be local players with good strike rates and good totals?
Oh no, no. Oh, he's hit it for a single. It's the most extraordinary single in the history of cricket. I've never seen anything like it. And I wonder, are the umpires thinking, should this be a dead ball? Was there an intent to bowl it? I'm glad I'm not wearing black out in the middle. I don't know what the call is here. What has just happened? Oh, it's gone to the moon and back.
What if it should be a no ball? The fact that he hit it and kept it in play, it probably should be a no ball, as it was above waist height.
Well, we've seen Sam Curran develop the moon ball. There's Rashid Khan. Whoop! There it goes, over the sight screen. I tell you, what would have happened if he was caught? And he nearly was, down at long leg.
I actually thought he should have made a better effort. I really thought it was a potential for a catch. Cricket is not only the game of cliches, but the game of many grey areas. None of us have an idea what's going to be called here.
I'm going to stick with a single. I think it's the most remarkable single you'll ever see.
I would say no ball. It's above waist height in standing. I think it's above waist height as he stands in his stance, normal stance.
I don't think it is. I think it was dipping. I might be wrong. I think he's going to give it as a no ball, and I'm not sure whether or not. Well, I'm just glad I'm not out there. That's his view. I think the end result, HD is actually in the back of the box. I think he's right. I think it should be a single. I think this was dipping. He's run out towards it, so as a consequence, it's looked as though it was well over. But have a look. So that's his original standing position. Keep your finger there. There is no way that was going over his waist high. Not even close. In fact, it probably would have bounced before the stumps. That should be a single, as far as I'm aware.
I'd love to see it again, just a little slower.
Put a marker on the standing position, waist high, just there. That's where it is, right there. And look at how far this would have dipped. He's run out towards it. I think it would have bounced before the popping crease. That's not even close to a no ball. I know he's hit it above his head, but he's hit it miles out in front of him. And I think the end result here, by the laws of the game, should be a single. I'm not sure what's going to happen, though.
I just wish the field had taken the catch. It would have been absolute chaos, and I would have loved it.
And I think they're going to try maybe utilize the
ball. No runs, Mr. Score. Don't strike.
No ball and a dead ball he's calling. I believe I also heard him say a dead ball. So it is a no ball off a dead ball, which I didn't think was possible by the laws. We will get that checked. And the same batter, Sandeep Jura, remains on strike. Controversy here at the Nepal Premier League.
I'd love to read the rule that covers this and get the interpretation. I feel like we had 4 or 5 different permutations and potential outcomes, and we've actually been handed number 9 or number 10 on a list that was non-existent.
Well, remarkable scenes. We believe it is a dead ball given as a no ball. Therefore, the score has moved from 59 to 60. And here comes the free hit to Sandeep Jura, which will be squeezed down for a single. Now, the only way that I have in the laws, it's law 20 that covers this, Carlos. Again, you can find this all on the Lord's website. We've got the MCC Spirit of Cricket Award in play here. The only time when a no ball can also be a dead ball is if the bowler throws the ball with an illegal action. Then the umpire will call no ball and dead ball immediately, stopping any play before the action happened. That clearly wasn't the case. But it can also happen if the no ball is delivered and stops in front of the striker's wicket without being played. That ball was clearly played. So I'm not quite sure how they've got to that decision, as Darcy Short hammers it all the way for 6. Certainly question the decision to get Rashid Khan on, and the momentum swings the Lions' way.
Darcy Short got tired of all the permutations, all the rules. He just wants to get stuck in. We spoke about the pace on to the short side, to the leg side. Darcy Short climbs into that. He'll feel a little bit more at home now with the pace on the ball.
What's this come off now is the question. It's given. Oh, Darcy Short can't believe it. And yet again, the umpiring is under the microscope. It's Lyndon Hannibal who gives it. He thinks it's come off the glove. Short does not agree, but he's got to go.
He's now been asked to wait. It is calamitous. An absolute calamity of an over from a umpiring perspective. Gave him out caught, There are no reviews, but he's just been told to wait, Darcy Short.
But my question is, why has he been asked to wait? We saw a decision, I think it was in the final group game, with the reverse sweep being given out clearly off the bat. Now Short is walking back to the crease. We may be checking the front foot. I think we're in danger of things getting out of hand here. And I don't blame Darcy Short, because he had initially, whilst being unhappy with the decision, walked off, and then he was told to hold on. And we don't have the benefit of the communications between the two on-field umpires and the third umpire. Carlos, even I right now, badgering into the laws, I don't know what's happening.
And now he's been given. He is fuming. Short ball off the back shoulder, lobs up, much ado about nothing, quiet inquiry, and the umpire thought, let me get involved. Let me be the star of the show. Darcy Short gone for 33. An innings and a game with so much at stake. 67 for 3, 12 gone.
Well, welcome back. We expected drama, we expected chaos, we expected controversy potentially in these playoffs, but not like this, or not like that we just saw in that last over. I'm still reading law 20.4 about the umpire calling and signalling dead ball, and I cannot find a caveat, Carlos, that would get us to that decision. I may find it by the time I finish reading the law, but extraordinary over, and it's ended up with a decision where we could pretty clearly see on the replay and the evidence that it's not gone near the batter glove, it's come off the back shoulder. And now Dikwela comes to the crease, and chaotic things tend to happen when he is there. Here's another look at this decision.
Yeah, very bad decision. Very, very bad decision. You could tell from the way the ball popped that it would have to be flesh rather than glove or edge. Then you can tell from the small inquiry from the keeper. It wasn't enthusiastic. It wasn't a grave shout. It was just a how's that? And all of a sudden, the game has changed. I'd also have to say the decision with the full toss is kind of a cop-out as well, because there's no many laws from what we are seeing at the moment, we could be wrong, that says that should be a dead ball and a no ball. You either call it a no ball and a single, or you call it a single alone and no ball. You have to make the decision. Would it have dropped below waist height in the batter's standing position? You make that decision, you stick to your decision. None of us are perfect, but you can't bend and twist the rules to suit your agenda so you feel as though you don't make a mistake. And then what happens a few balls later? A massive mistake. The umpiring is definitely under the microscope. Owners pay loads of money, players' careers are at stake. We need better from the officials.
Sadly, Carlos, not for the first time this season. Dikwela to the crease. Now, this looks quite close. Pad involved. Might have been skidding on to miss the off stump. But a tight call, no doubt.
Maybe missing off, but looks good. Looks very, very good. It's full. I don't think Dikwela is the person you want in this situation. He's not the most calm. But if he gets away with it and gets 2 or 3 boundaries, you're right in front.
Yeah, really tight call, that one. I don't mind that being given not out, because on the balance of things, you might not have been able to be certain that it was going to go on and crash into middle or off stump. All happening here. 69 for 3. Lots of discussions going on. Yeah, get one more look at this dismissal. I have no idea why he was held there. Simpson wasn't convinced, was he? And what Darcy Short's clearly saying is that he hasn't got near the ball. There is an addition to the laws, of course, in recent times, unfair play. But I don't think 41.7.2 is in any way applicable, which says the bowling of delivery is defined in 41.1.7.1 is also dangerous if the bowler's end umpire considers that there's a risk of injury to the striker. That clearly wasn't the case with that delivery. It was going to bounce before the stumps. It slipped. It wasn't intentional. But also in that case, it would be a no ball, and the ball would count, i.e. the runs off the ball would count. So I'm just not sure where that decision's come from, and I've no doubt it will be, well, digested this evening, Carlos, whatever the result from here.
It will definitely linger. Stay close to your Twitter. There'll be a few opinions, there'll be a few statisticians, persons that understand the laws more in depth than we do. And I could suspect it'll make for good discourse. It really and truly is the game of grey areas. Every year we find something. The other grey area that we haven't witnessed here, but we saw it in the WBBL, is when a decision is given out and reviewed and overturned, it's a dead ball, dot ball. And if you lose a leg by 4 or a single, you could potentially lose the game, as happened in the WBBL recently. So there's 2 new things now that are on our radar to solve as a sport. As we missed some good running between the wickets, just dropped it in front of square on the bike and home safely.
Yeah, we saw one last night in the ILT 20 with a keeper refusing to stump a batter because he was striking in the 70s, and then the other side, the batting side, retired him out the next ball.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Those are tactical things. So tactically, I cannot stump. Tactically, I cannot try to bowl a wide to keep someone off strike. But these are rules. These are the laws that govern the game that should stay from tournament to tournament.
Very good, Millie.
A bowl by Milan Kumar to close his spell. He'll finish with number 21. It's 75 for 3. Here's our Presidential Graduate School Platinum Cap leaderboard. I think the way it's going, it's really just 2 men who can catch Adam Rossington. That's Binod Bandari and Rohit Powdell. But for Powdell to catch him, he's going to have to stay alive in the competition. He'll need his side to get the 37 runs that they require. It's all getting a bit nervy, a bit tense, and it'll be the final over of Shahab Alam that could be a crucial one. Can he see the back of Sandeep Jura? He's bowled beautifully, hasn't he, the left-arm spinner all tournament.
Yeah, hat-trick a few games ago. changed his pace nicely, uses angles well.
This goes a long way up and a long way back. Takes a bit of risk playing against the spin, but gets more than enough of it. It's a shot that we saw in that Unity Cup as Jura powered a career best against the West Indies, big maximum.
Although he's going flat back, he's targeted straight. That's a good thing about that shot. It's gone miles.
Surely that's going to be that now, or are we going to see more drama? So many batters to come. Dilip Nath, JJ Smith, Ruben Trumpelman, still looking nervy.
Yeah, you always add 10 runs in a final to playoff game. It's going to be nerves, not only shaking and moving because the cold. It's getting a bit nervy. Jura's in now. He needs to go all the way. Darcy Short absolutely steaming bottom right. Ideally, you'd want Rohit Podal and Darcy Short at the crease. But if you want two other players outside of those two, it'd have to be these ones here. Sandeep Jura and Nirashan Dikwala, two international players, left-hand, right-hand combination, good players of spin.
Really good looking shot inside out. Should get a couple, gonna get 4. It's a howler from Rashid Khan, to be frank. Could have picked it up with his hands. He tries to slide, and he looks more like a Man United defender to me.
Good shot from Nirashan Dikwala, opening the face expertly. Less said about the fielding, the better. Yes, you want to see players putting the body on the line and sliding, but there are different slides for different reasons, and that was the wrong tool for the occasion from Rashid Khan on the boundary.
It's the big over that might just kill the back of this chase, because 12 have come from it, including those 2 boundaries. 87 for 3.
Paschim Royals already in the finals. Viratnagar Kings will take on the winners of this game tomorrow, the 11th at 3:45 p.m. and the big final on the 13th of December. Who will play Sudur Paschim Royals? With that answer, we'll know tomorrow by around this time. For the moment, Lumbini Lions look in pole position as Jora and Dikwela are easing themselves, priming themselves to that win. They have 4 overs and 17 runs in which to get them.
Such a good shot this to end the previous over. Dikwela realizing that there's pace on the ball, and he just used the pace to guide it away past the short third for 4. Glorious.
Be a wide. No problem with that. No need of any interpretation for that decision. Gone. Just adding a little spice to this game is Jora. Plays that one on. Lumbini Lion now have lost another one.
There was a big discussion at the beginning of this over. Karen Casey had the ball and it looked as though he was going to bowl himself, and then a late decision to bowl spin, which has been a wise one because Jora goes for 23. Another twist in the tail, 96 for 4.
Dilip Nath will come out to join Dikwela. It's been a real asset to this team, like I've mentioned time and again. Niroshan Dikwela, the international flavor. He's got the substance, he's got the style, he's got the poise. He's just the right person for the job. 16 more needed of 23. Could they pick up another couple of wickets just for that twist, another twist in the tail? Will be signaled wide again. Bodhi Pradhan, one of the most respected and knowledgeable umpires from Nepal. Swung around the corner, will just be the single. Let's take a look at why Dilip Nath is out there.
There's just no pace in the surface, hence the inside edge. Well, the left-handers here, 2 left-handers facing the left-arm spinner. Karen Casey will probably nip him off and get off spinners on.
Maybe another wide, a shocker really. 3rd wide of the over. Lumbini Lions, they need that extra bit of luck. Rub the green, not going their way. And amongst all the beautiful things that we've seen in Nepal, there's one of them, the Bajaj Pulsar, the next gen Pulsar power, explosive, fast and unstoppable. A little like little Dikwela. Just take the single. Now it's just a dozen more. They have 20 balls to do it in. 100 coming up for the Lumbini Lions. And they're certainly at the edges of their seats. They're doing it well. Down the track, in the air, that's gone all the way, very high, very nice. Just breaking the shackles, just another hit away are the Lumdini Lions from the place in qualifier 2.
Great decision by Dilip Nath, because there's no ways that Karan KC will bowl a left arm spinner again, not to these two left-handers. This is the matchup, and Dilip Nath says, I've got you.
There it is, pumping his fists, clenching them, pumping the air. I think he's done it for the team. Wonder what the fuss is all about now. He's changing balls. They'll be a happy bunch. There's Tino Johanan to the right, second, third from the right of your screens. A very happy coach, a very happy captain, very happy ownership. Really enjoying the festivities of the Festival of the Himalayas. 6 more needed. Will it be one more big hit? Oh, that's a loud appeal, very close, and up goes the finger. Budhi Pradhan points heavenwards, which means Lumdini Lions now have half their side in the dugout with 6 more needed.
He was looking to go in the same area as the previous delivery, but a clever bit of bowling by Santosh Yadav. He fired it in knowing that they were looking to end it with that ball. So he wins that little battle, but has he won the war? Nut goes for 7. It's 106 for 5.
One hit away as big JJ Smith comes out to the middle. $106 for 5. They are really dancing in the aisles now. They started celebrating. They recognize that it's a spot in the quarterfinals up for grabs. Certainly enjoying the entire day here, the Lumdini Lions. It's not been one for the Kathmandu Gorkhas. Nothing has gone their way. Nothing has gone the way of the captain Karan KC, except the toss. And decided to bat, perhaps looked like a good decision. And just be wondering what if they had batted a little better. Too much chopping and changing at the top of the order for them. It's too much unrest. More assured side, the Lumdini Lions on the day. Gone, played it on. Is there that twist in the tail? Dikwela will make his way back with 6 runs still needed for the Lumdini Lions for that place in the quarterfinal 2.
He's trying to get this down to deep third, but there's no pace in the surface, so getting the ball behind you is not easy. The inspirational Niroshan Dikwela goes for 14. The Lions 106 for 6.
We just got a glimpse of the coach there, very resigned look from Monty Desai, but big hitting Ruben Trempleman comes out there. And could it be one big hit to finish it off for the Lumdini Lions, or does Karan KC picked up his first wicket? There's another ace up his sleeve. There he is, Monty Desai, right of your screen. There's that resigned look. Must be wondering what could have been, what could he have done. But at the moment, they need 6 runs more, the Lumdini Lions, of 17 deliveries. So heavily loaded in their favour. There's deep square leg and long on. And big Ruben Trumpelman. Nicely pulled away. But just the single. They can do it in singles, do it comfortably. Just 5 runs needed now.
He would have wanted to have taken them home, Dick Vella. No big hit. He's just trying to nudge a single. But they've made life very difficult for themselves here, the Lions, with a little bit of help from some decision making.
Field just going down the leg side, perhaps will get the leg by. 1 hit away now. 4 runs needed of 15. Looked a lot closer than we thought in normal motion. There they are, all ready now to come onto the ground. That's nicely put away. Will be a boundary, and that'll be the win for the Lumdini Lions. A place in qualifier 2. They will be playing Biratnagar Kings. What a win for Rohit Podel and his boys. Trumpelman has bowled well, and he had the honour of finishing it off for the Lumdini Lions. They've really batted well, they've bowled well, and completely outplayed the Gorkhas in this game tonight.
Well, another low scorer here in the Eliminator. The decision by the Gorkhas to bat first, many thought was a good one. Rohit Podel at the toss of the coin said he was happy to chase and that his team had chased well over the last few games. And his trust in his troops proved correct, because they've done it by 4 wickets. The Gorkhas are done. They've played some lovely cricket over the course of this season's NPL. 4 wins in a row. But that has come to end tonight in the most important of games.
Well, certainly outplayed the Kathmandu Gorkhas. Their campaign in season 2 of the NPL comes to an end, and that's the way Trumpelman just carted Karan Casey over mid-wicket. A few bounces into the boundary cushions, signalling that big win. There it is, Rohit Podel. Not too much of a person showing too much emotion, but you can see there how much it means to them. Congratulations to Rohit Podel and the Lumdini Lions. Commiserations to Karan Casey and his Gorkhas on the day. They were just outplayed and beaten by a much, much better side. Sher Malla there was the architect of that victory for the Lumdini Lions.
Yeah, the bowlers won it for them. The bowlers were absolutely brilliant, particularly the spin confirmation. Qualifier 2 against the Biratnagar Kings. An opportunity to get into the final to play the Royals. Rohit Podel last year held the wooden spoon. This year, deep into the competition, his team is still very much alive and kicking.
Well, yes, it's always a great feeling when you finish at the bottom of the table. Next year, come back, you're looking to play that big qualifier against a potential champion side like the Biratnagar Kings. And you are out there looking really $1 million. 33 for Darcy shot, set it up for them. A little blip in the middle before Rohit Podel, Sandeep Johra, and Nirushan Dikwala is always amongst the runs. And Dilip Nath really finishing it off for them. Ruben Trumpelman getting the winning blow, taking them to that score of 112 for 6 with 8 extras in it. A really big win, a memorable win but it's just going to last one day. They have a big Biratnagar Kings to play against.
Yeah, the partnerships.
Made it to the finals on the 13th of December, and tomorrow, the 11th of December, 3:45 p.m. local time, Biratnagar Kings will take on the Lumdini Lions in that big qualifier 2, and the winners of that game tomorrow will play on the 13th of December against the star-studded Sudar Paschim Royals. Well, after all the action and excitement, we certainly need a short break, and when we come back, Just Crow with a post-match presentation.